Welcome once again to this fourth part in the series of these presentations. I believe you would have watched the first part, the second, and of course, you would have done same for the third. And here is actually the fourth part of it. In this fourth part, I'm going to show you exactly how to go about getting your trading robot, especially for those who want to get their robots now by simply freezing ULTIMA coins before the end of this month of September 2025. So if you're interested in getting your own robot for free, which can be able to trade TPT use for you, which you can actually get to earn USDTs, a lot of USDTs from, which you can narrow down to getting ULTIMA coins. Then, for you to be able to do that, I'm going to walk you through the process. I'll just show you some highlights, and I might not actually walk you through the entire process because I'm not in position to be able to do any purchase right now. So I'll just give you some guides on how to go about it. So the first thing is assuming that you already have an account with ULTIMA DeFi. If you already have an account with ULTIMA DeFi, then you're good to go. But if you haven't created an account with ULTIMA DeFi, that is where you need to begin from. So you need to get a referral link from whoever has spoken to you about the business or whoever your upline is. Let the upline give you a referral link, and then you make use of it to create an account for yourself. This is actually the business part of the business part of it, yes. But now there's a network marketing part that is associated to this account, which is the ULTIMA business section. So I'm actually in the DeFi section where we have the company's products, particularly for passive investors, not really for networkers. For the networkers, they'll have to bother about this side because that's where the company's products are found. And they will also have to bother about the other side because that is where details about the network marketing aspect, which is associated to the activities, is being recorded. So in this section here, ULTIMA DeFi, once you have an account created, then what you need to do is you need to go to ULTIMA Trading. Simply come here, you type here ultimatrading.com. Once you type ultimatrading.com, you will still use the same login details that you use in accessing your ULTIMA DeFi account. And then it will take you directly into this section. Now, the person who owns this account, this is actually the person's back office here. So once you are actually in this section, you are interested in getting your own trading robot right now by freezing ULTIMA coins before the end of this month of September 2025. How do you go about it? Once you are onto this ultimatrading.com website, you simply scroll right down. When you scroll right down here, okay, at the end here, you can come to the left. Okay, since I'm using a laptop, but it might not be the case with many other persons, especially those using other gadgets like smartphones. So you simply click on bot licenses. When you click on both licenses, these are the various licenses that you can get. These are the various licenses. You can see from the smallest one to the biggest one. Now, when I say from the smallest one, the smallest license here actually is 110 euros or cost 110 euros. So if you are able to buy this license with 110 euros, and remember, I said buying the license 110 euros does not mean that you are going to bring 110 euros or USDTs or whatever. No, it means you are going to get ULTIMA coins worth 110 euros. That's what you are going to use in order to get this license. Now, what do you notice with this license here? This license or this particular robot has been programmed to give you up to 200% live performance. Means you are going to get a total profit of 200%. So if you are able to purchase the license with 110 euros, by freezing what? By freezing ULTIMA coins worth 110 euros, which are going to return to you 3 years later. And then you have to connect this robot to your exchange account, maybe Mexi account or BingX account or whichever exchange that is going to be added to these two, which are already to which ULTIMA robots can actually be connected to. Now, once you do that and you load the exchange account with USDTs, the minimum quantity of USDTs you are expected to put inside your exchange account must be the same as the amount of money that you use in purchasing the package or the amount of money you use in freezing against the package in terms of USDTs. So you have to get USDTs equivalent to what actually you use in freezing. That's what they are going to load your exchange account with. That's the minimum. So if you purchase this license, which costs 110 euros, then you must look for USDTs equivalent to 110 euros and you load. That should be the minimum quantity of USDTs you have to put in your exchange account to which you've already connected this robot. Then once you do that connection, this robot has the mandate to trade it until it ends up giving you a total profit of 200%. So if it doesn't give you a total profit of 200%, the robot will not stop working. We'll have to keep working. But you also have the possibility to load this particular exchange account with more than 110 euros worth of USDTs. As a matter of fact, the maximum that you can load is 1,100 euros worth of USDT. So you can have USDTs worth 1,100 euros. That's the maximum quantity of USDTs that you can load in your exchange account for this robot to use it to trade and give you 200% on it. Because somebody might think that, oh, because you bought a robot with a license as small as 110 euros, you can go and take USDTs worth maybe USDTs equivalent to $10,000 and you load inside. No, there's a maximum capacity, and this is a maximum capacity. It's always indicated here. But the more the coins that you put in your exchange account, the smaller will be the time that this robot also will take to produce this 200% for you. Now, the person who buys with 110 euros and then loads the exchange account with 110 euros worth of USDTs, the robot might have to take close about, maybe it can take even up to 1 year to produce this total profit of 200% on it. Or it can take even 3 years or 5 years, depending on how volatile the market is. But if you are able to load as more USDTs as possible, maybe up to a maximum quantity of 1,100 euros worth, then this robot might take a couple of days or a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and it produces this 200% for you. Then you cycle that as fast as possible. That's the advantage when you load your exchange account with more USDTs as opposed to when you load it with a minimum value, which must not be less than the amount you use in freezing. Same thing applies to this one. If you purchase this particular robot by freezing ULTIMAs worth 220 euros, then your total profit that will be generated will be equivalent to 220%. Now, if you go in for this one, it produces 250% for you. You go in for this one, 1,100 euros is going to produce a total profit of 500% before the robot will stop working. The other bigger robots this way. If you go in for this one, which costs 5,500 euros, means if you can freeze ULTIMA coins worth 5,500 euros, this robot automatically becomes yours. Then the robot is supposed to trade whatever USDTs you are going to put inside your exchange account for TPTU and ends up giving you a total profit percentage of 650 before the robot will stop working. Same thing applies to this one. This one, 11,000 euros worth for the robot. You load it with up to a maximum of 110,000 euros worth of USDTs. It will end up producing a total percentage of 1,500%. And like I said, the more you load USDTs inside, closer to this maximum amount, the lesser will be the time that the robot will take to cycle out to produce this maximum percentage for you. It's as simple as that. So this is what we need to understand. So once you are able to freeze, for instance, let me assume that I want to purchase that particular package. Once I click on it, I'll come here. You see, they're asking me now to freeze the ULTIMA token. So they'll prompt me to freeze ULTIMA token. So I have to click on this checkbox here. Once I click on the checkbox, I'll now have to agree to these terms and conditions. Then I click on purchase. They will ask me to provide an ULTIMA wallet address that when the 3 years would have elapsed, then the unfreezing of the ULTIMA tokens will be returned to you through that address. So you need to specify an address through which you are going to be returned the ULTIMA tokens you want to freeze now. So they will have to return the ULTIMA tokens to it. So you have to go and copy an address. Let me see if I have one here for the purpose of demonstration. Let me see if I have an address somewhere. If I have one here. Okay, so this is one. Copy this one and go back to it. Excuse me. Go on trading, ULTIMA trading. Okay, I'll just copy an ULTIMA wallet address. So once I paste it in here, I validate these terms and conditions, then I click on confirm. They will now show me the total quantity of ULTIMA coins that I need to freeze. They will now show me the total quantity of ULTIMA coins that I need to freeze. You see, this is the total quantity of ULTIMA coins I need to freeze in order to have that robot. So I need to freeze 0.967932 ULTIMAs. Where am I freezing it? To this particular address. So I have to copy this address and take it to wherever my ULTIMA coins are kept. Then I will transfer this quantity of ULTIMA coins to this address. or I simply scan this QR code and pay the ULTIMA coins inside. Once the payment goes through, automatically, this robot belongs to me. Then that ULTIMA wallet address, which I had precised, if you go to your smart wallet or to your ULTIMA wallet, you check inside, the section from where you copy that address, you will find this totality, this 0.967932 ULTIMA tokens, or rather ULTIMA coins, frozen there. The ULTIMA coins will completely be frozen there, and they will stay frozen in that section, and they'll be producing daily rewards for you in terms of ULTIMA coins again for the next 3 years or more. And then 3 years later, you have the possibility to unfreeze them. As if that is not enough, the robot has been given to you automatically. You can now go and link the robot now to your exchange account. And you load the exchange account with USDTs for the robot to start trading till it produces the specified percentage profit performance for you before the robot can stop. These are the maximum advantages that have been associated to this particular robot that we have now, this trading bot that the company has right now, which you have the possibility of benefiting from between now and the end of this month. After the end of this month, it will not be possible for anybody to get any of these robots again by simply freezing ULTIMAs, which will be returned to you in 3 years. So please, if I were you, I would try to give it a second thought, just in case I was doubting. I have to think about this again. This is a huge opportunity, you getting to have a robot for free. You can buy as many robots as possible. And when you buy a particular robot, even if you don't load it or you don't connect it to an exchange account to load it with USDTs, there is no time frame under which you are bound to make use of that. You can decide even to load it after 10 years, 15 years, 50 years. Whenever you decide to connect it and load it and put USDTs inside, that is when the robot will start working. And it will only stop by the time it has produced the percentage it is meant to, the percentage profit it is meant to produce for you. So what you should be concentrating more on is to get as many robots as possible right now, so that even if the opportunity disappears from now, later, in fact, in the future, you can have the possibility to start loading the robot with USDTs for it to start trading for you. I've already given you the possibilities of ULTIMA getting to rise to the top, especially now that it is about to be freed by dissociating it from the network marketing component. Now, let us even check. Let's check the current market value of ULTIMA. Let's see what ULTIMA represents in the market right now. So let's go to coin market cap. Let's go to coin market cap, coin market cap, coin market cap. Okay, I'm here. Good. This is coin market cap. So right now, this is the price of one ULTIMA. It has just retraced. In fact, it is actually even moving upward again. You see 16.54% means it's moving upward again. Now, it is presently trading at 6,647, which is actually a good price. Some people might see the price as if it is extremely very low. I agree with you. But again, for the general good of everybody, this price value is very, very good. Why do I say the price value is very, very good? Because it will be easier for exchanges to list it. When it gets listed by exchanges and people see it, it will be very, very affordable for many people to buy. It is needless if the price of this coin goes very high up to as high as 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. Then a tier 1 exchange lists it. It is listed on the tier 1 exchange. Many people now discover the worth, the value of the coin. They want to buy it, but now the price has gone too high up. It will discourage many people from buying. So it is an advantage for it to still be at this price value so that many tier 1 exchanges can get to list it. So that when it is listed, let the price growth be organic in nature. Let it not be something that has been forced through some means by some parameters that have been tampered with. Let it grow naturally due to what? Due to demand. Let the demand come on it naturally and move the price upward. That's why the company does not want to influence the price in any way. So it has just been left there for it to grow naturally. And this one will be more compounding by the time the network marketing component is completely dissociated from it. And that is going to happen by the end of this month. So ULTIMA will become a free coin without any network marketing component attached to it. It will now become like BTC, Ethereum, any other currency in the market that does not have any network marketing component attached to it. That is when we will now see the potential of this coin. The potential is going to be just from that moment. And by the time more tier 1 exchanges get to list it, then it starts moving on the rank ladder on coin market cap. That will be it. What is the market supply? Very small. Now, let us take a look at the various exchanges. Let's see the various exchanges or the exchange markets on which ULTIMA is actually trading. So we're going to see these are the various exchanges on which ULTIMA is trading. It is listed on MEXC, it is on Gate.io, it is on HTX, which is our recent exchange. This is a tier 1 exchange. This is Huobi, the Huobi exchange, abbreviated HTX. It is listed on BingX, it is on Bitmart, it is on Airbank, it is on xt.com, it is on CoinStore, even though at the moment on CoinStore is having some issues, which the company is still working on at the moment. But these other ones, you can actually get to, assess this particular asset on any of these exchanges. This is a tier 1 exchange here, for instance. And then you have many other tier 1 exchanges in the pipeline. So let us look at some news feed around this particular ULTIMA. If you read this news feed here, for instance, ULTIMA is a powerful cryptocurrency ecosystem centered on ULTIMA token. Our ecosystem unites a range of blah, 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 blah. So you can actually read more concerning the project. You can read more by accessing these various rubrics. It will give you a lot of information about the particular project. For complementary information, well, you can begin to exploit all of this. You go down, you can read more. So this is a project that is about to attract huge demand. What is the 24-hour volume? This is it here, $25.49 million that are moved every blessed day in the market. This value to me is even still representing a very, very small amount compared to the value or the worth of ULTIMA. What is the total supply of ULTIMA? Like I've always known, is 100,000. You will never have more than 100,000 ULTIMA coins in existence. What is the circulating quantity? 37.4 thousand ULTIMAs are already in circulation, and just about 10,000 plus have been burnt recently. That should already start telling you a whole lot. Let's even assume that we shall have a maximum of 100,000 to exist. If the community, right now, the community is about 2 million plus, which means that if they were even supposed to share these 100,000 coins to the 2 million plus members of the community, which means that one person will not be able to have even one full coin. That should tell you how stiff the competition is going to be. And then with the strategies that have been put in place through status quo, through burning, through halving, which takes place every year, this is to tell you that the supply of the coin in the market is moderated as years go by. And the smaller the supply becomes with an ever increasing demand, that should already give you an idea of what the value of this coin will be in the nearest future. I'm telling you. Now, for those who want to take advantage of this particular coin movement, the variations in this coin in the market, take a good look at this. These are good movements. A good trader can be able to take advantage of this movement. Very powerful movements that the coin is making that people can take advantage of. Imagine that the coin was down at this value. If the coin was down at this value, $5,014, and you're able to buy a certain quantity, and then when the coin moved upward, right up to this value here, of what? $9,092, you sell, you get back into the market and sell. You buy something at the rate of 5,000 plus, and you sell it at the rate of 9,000 plus. That's huge profit. This is what you were supposed to do. So if you could not have done the purchase at 5,000 to sell at 9,000, then why don't you get a machine that can be doing this work for you? A machine that can purchase at a low value and sell at a high value on your behalf, almost so that you're always in profit. That is exactly what our trading bots are doing. That is what our bots are doing. So once you get a bot like that one, simply put USDT inside and allow. Once the price goes down to a certain value, probably it might go down when you are asleep at night. The robot never sleeps. The robot works 24/7. So the robot will purchase at this low price value. And when it moves upward, maybe to a value like this, the robot will get into the market and sell it again on your behalf. So on opening your account, you just realize that you're already in profit. How did it happen? It is the work of the robot. That is the advantage that our robots have. Besides the fact that maybe you are split, are still paying you ULTIMA coins every blessed day. Every passing day you are earning, rewards from the liquidity pools which you are connected to. But now the robot also gives you additional money through this trading process that takes place here. Once the price goes down to a certain value, what does the robot do? The robot purchases. When the price moves upward, what does it do? It sells again and puts you in profit. That's what we are saying, because that's normally something you were supposed to do as a human being. You are supposed to be observing the market every now and then. When the price goes down, you manually enter the market and buy. When the price goes up, you enter the market again and you sell and you make profit. But what if these movements take place when you are not online, when you are even asleep at night? So you miss out on all these market conditions. That is why you need to put a robot there. And the advantage with the U-chain robot that we have now is that they have AI integrated. That is like the first series of robots that are AI controlled fully. So they have been programmed in such a way that they will always give you maximum advantage. They will take maximum advantage of market variations. And like I said, in the fourth video, or in the third video, or in the third presentation, or the third part, sorry, in the third part, the robots that we are going to start having the possibility to get from the 11th of October 2025 will give you the possibility to be able to trade not just U-chain, but to also be able to trade BTC. So you will be the person to decide. For instance, you can decide to buy two robots. One of the robots you assign it to trade only U-chain, the U-chain coin. The other robot you assign it to trade BTC. And as time goes by, the company is going to be doing upgrades. The company will be upgrading, will be making the robot in such a way that they'll be able to trade other mainstream assets. And the good thing is that the robots will be able to do the trading in such a way that you are always in profit. There is nothing like you can trade at some point, you are at a loss. You will always be in profit. That's the advantage. Now, look at what has happened. The price of ULTIMA has just moved upward again from 6,600 and something. It's now 6,700 and it is moving. So it keeps fluctuating like that, going up and coming down, going up and coming down. So if you have a robot, the robot can actually be taking advantage of all of these market movements, buying low, selling high, buying low, selling high. So you can actually get to make a lot of money for yourself on daily basis, thanks to the robot that is doing the job for you. That's exactly what we are talking about. Now, for those of you who are still having challenges with like I talked about earlier on, those of you still having challenges with energy, how to get energy for your transactions. Now, there is something I will need to talk about, which is extremely very important. Let me share this again with you. There are two types of energies that we are dealing with here. You have energy which is only meant for the smart chain and energy which is meant exclusively for the ULTIMA chain. So if you are dealing with a smart chain, then the energy that you can make use of, when I say you are dealing with a smart chain, it means that you are dealing with splits or tokens that are only meant for the smart blockchain, notably the Royal splits, the Red splits, and ULTIMA tokens. Those are the three tokens that will still be on the smart chain, or that will continue to stay on the smart chain. So each time you are making transactions using any of these tokens, you are expected to pay a transaction fee, and the transaction fee must be paid in terms of energy. How do you get the energy? You can only get the energy by freezing what? By freezing smart coins. Now, some of you had done the freezing of the smart coins some time ago, because there are people who continue to ask, why is it that I cannot do transactions here even with the smart coins that are frozen? This is, please follow this very well. It's very important. This is an example. Once you log into your wallet, this is how your wallet is going to look like on your screen. By default, you have this one standing on coins here. Or even if your own is not standing on coins, click on these coins. You will find smart here. Once you see this smart, check here. This person, for instance, had frozen 20,000 smart coins for energy. Maybe for energy and for bandwidth. Maybe this 20,000 is representing the quantity of coins the person had frozen for energy and bandwidth. Good. So once you click on smart here, this is how the page is going to look like. It will display a page like this. Now you click on this button where it is written on this stake. Once you click on the stake button, this is how the page is going to appear. It will show you this. Now, this is where the information that we need to verify is found. You need to do a verification of this information first before you proceed to doing any transaction. That is why some of you always do transaction, and before you know it, the smart coins that you have in your smart balance have been consumed or have been squandered. It's simply because probably you didn't know, or maybe because of negligence, you were not verifying this information. Before you carry out any transaction on your smart wallet, always verify this information here. What is this information representing? First, I'm going to explain. The total quantity of smart coins I have in your available balance, this is it, 9,288. That's for this person. Your own will be showing here also as well. Then the energy which you need for to use for transaction fees, this is it. It's indicated here in this person's wallet. What is the quantity of energy that the person can have? The maximum quantity that the person can have every day. The maximum quantity is this one after the slash bar, 2,796. This is the maximum energy that a person can receive from the system every passing day. But right now, as we speak, what is the maximum quantity that the person has in his wallet now? Maybe after doing a transaction, what is left? The quantity that is left is just 2,681. So that's the quantity that the person has left in his balance. Then the bandwidth, what is the maximum quantity of bandwidth that this person can have from the system? It is 2,181,997. What is the quantity that the person has at the moment? 2,181,813. So as you are making usage of it, you will see as it is reducing, you will see all of that registered in this amount, which is mentioned before the slash bar. So meaning that, assuming that you want to claim bonuses from your royal split for that particular day, there's a certain quantity of energy that needs to be consumed for you to be able to claim the rewards or to freeze splits on the smart chain. Now, once you consulted the quantity of energy that is needed, you need to find out whether at that moment you have that quantity of energy or not. How do you verify it? Come to this. Let's say maybe to claim your reward, it requires 40,000 units of smart energy for you to claim the reward. When you check, you realize that your energy level is just at 2,681, which means that it is extremely very small. If you go ahead and claim the reward and click on the claim button for the reward, when your energy is this small, the penalty you will pay is that these points which are standing here in this available balance, they will be consumed because the system will be looking for means to say, okay, since you don't have energy, you will now pay using smart coins. So if maybe the equivalent of the balance of energy which you don't have requires, let's say, about 40,000 smart coins, and in this your balance, you have just 39,000 and something smart coins, which is still insufficient. It means that the system is going to consume this at 39,000 first of all, and the transaction will still not go through because the minimum that was needed was 40,000, and what you have in your balance is 39,000. It will consume all of it, so it will be burned completely. It will be wasted, and your transaction will still not go through. That's why you must always verify. If you don't have the required amount of energy, make sure that you have enough smart coins system to burn and then make a transaction to go through. But I will not advise anybody to allow their smart coins to be consumed because it's a waste. So what do you need to do in this case? If your energy is insufficient, what you can do is you can buy energy from other people who have the energy, even though I don't advise people to go about selling their energy, especially to your team members. If you have a team member, you can help the team member with their own energy. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to sell. No, if you want to sell, that is still okay. But at least you encourage your team members. Sometimes you can do them a favor by just delegating, which means that you, for instance, if you have, let's say, 2,681 units of energy right now, and you don't have any plans of using them today, what can you do? You might have a team member or somebody else who is in need of energy. You can delegate this, your energy, to the person. By doing what? You simply click on manage. When you click on this button, manage, it will give you other options. You will see where you will be prompted to delegate. You click on the button on which it is written delegate. You click on it, then you specify the quantity of the energy you want to delegate. Then the person will have to send you his smart wallet address. You copy the smart wallet address and then you feed it in the space that you'll be requested to feed the address in. Then you validate it, and the quantity of energy you want to delegate to the person will actually go to the person. You can actually delegate the energy in such a way that the person will be able to use it for a period of 24 hours, for a period of 12 hours, for a period of 8 minutes only. Then after that, you have the possibility to reclaim the energy, which means after the person would have used the energy, you have the possibility to come back again. Still inside your own wallet. You don't need to ask the person to send it to you. No. Inside your own wallet, you still click again on this manage. You go to the button where it is written on it, reclaim. You click on that button, and that button will bring back the totality of that energy which you had delegated to the person, even though the person had already consumed the energy. But you have the possibility to claim the energy again. It will come back to you, so you don't lose anything. It's as simple as that. So you can get to borrow energy from several people. You collect several bits of energy. You put, the various quantities of energy together. Once you have a total quantity of energy which is equivalent to the energy that is needed for you to claim that reward or do that transaction on the smart chain, you can now proceed to do that transaction. If not, you will pay a steep price in terms of smart coin. So you have to take into consideration all of this so that you don't keep losing your smart coins every now and then. That is the first method. The second method is making usage of U energy. Excuse me. Now, this is an example. How do you make use of U energy? Simple. This is your wallet. You simply log into your wallet. You're still on this option on coins. Once you click on coins, you scroll right down. As you are scrolling down, it will take you down to places like this. Maybe if you check in your own balance, you scroll right down, you don't see the option for U energy. It means that you have not added U energy to this section. What do? Simply come to the top here. You click on this plus where it is written add asset. When you click on add asset, this is the side menu that will appear. You scroll right down to where you will find U energy. This is U energy here. This is another U energy here. What is the difference between the two? This U energy here with a blue background means it is U energy that can only be used on the ULTIMA chain. This one with the orange background is the one that you can only make use of it on the smart chain. Meaning that if you want to claim rewards from your ULTIMA tokens pool, or you want to claim rewards from your Royal Splits, or you want to claim rewards from the red pool, for instance, the energy that you are expected to, that's if you want to make use of U energy, then this is the U energy that you can make use of, not this one. If you're on the ULTIMA pool, maybe you want to claim rewards from your PSP, your GLS, that's for those who have done the migration, for instance. The energy that is needed there is this one with the blue background. So you need to be careful with the colors. So once you look at this button here, if you take a look at this button, you see that this button has a black background with a white spot. When you see it like this, it means that if you come back to this normal section here in this wallet, you will not see this particular Bitcoin wallet reflecting here because you have not selected it. Same thing with this one. If you come to this section here, you see that it is now showing a yellow background with that white spot. That orange background, sorry. That orange background means that this U energy you can actually find it in this section of your wallet. Same thing with this one. But if you search for it in this wallet and you don't see it, it means that you have not selected it from here. So you need to come and click on this button to select it so that it can start reflecting on this section for you to be able to make use of it. So it's as simple as that. Now, let me explain exactly how to make use of the U energy. So what is going to happen is, let's say you want to claim your rewards from the smart chain or from the ULTIMA chain. If it's the smart chain, for instance, if this U energy is not reflecting in your back office, or in fact, let me do the explanation with this other U energy. Let's say you're on the ULTIMA chain, you want to claim rewards from there, or maybe you want to freeze your splits. You will need to pay transaction fee. The transaction fee on the ULTIMA chain for now can only be paid exclusively using U energy. For now, it is only through U energy that you can be able to make a payment of transaction fees. So you will have to click on this U energy. That's assuming that it's already reflecting in this section normally. Once you click on it, you will see an address. Now you copy the address. Then you send to somebody who can sell U energies to you, the quantity of U energy that is needed for you to claim the reward you want to claim on the ULTIMA chain, or for you to freeze the splits that you want to freeze on the ULTIMA chain. But if you don't want to buy the quantity of energy from somebody, you can also go to the system, the back office of the system on ultima.io. I'm going to take you there. You go to ultima.io. Let me show you where you can also purchase the energy without relying on somebody to sell it to you. So you come to ultima.io. Once you log inside this back office, once you are in this back office of ultima.io, what do? Excuse me. You simply come to, give me a second. You come to the top here. You go to where it is written U energy. You click on U energy here. You will see packages that are on sale. These are packages that you can buy and you get U energy. But the good thing is that the buying of the package here simply means you are freezing ULTIMA coins again. You will just freeze ULTIMA coins for a period of what, 3 years. After 3 years, the ULTIMA coins will return to you, but you would have been given a certain quantity of U energy. For instance, if you come to the smallest package, which costs 110 euros, so you freeze ULTIMA coins equivalent to 110 euros. Once that is done, then you will receive 550,000 units of energy, that's U energy, will be given to you. They will pay this unit energy directly into your wallet. They will go to your wallet. The wallet, whose wallet address you will have specified there, because when doing the purchase, you have to pass through a stage where they'll be asking you for the wallet address. This is it, ULTIMA wallet address. When you click here, you validate this one. You come down here, you click on purchase. Now, they will ask you to specify an address. This is the address to which they are going to return the frozen ULTIMA coins to after 3 years. Now, in this same wallet address, they are going to pay the 550,000 units of U energy that you would have purchased. They will go to the U energy section corresponding to the wallet that has that address, which you have specified here. They will pay it there. So with that U energy, you can now be using it for all the transactions that you need to carry out on the ULTIMA blockchain. It's as simple as that. That's if you don't want to buy energy manually. So you can simply do a freezing like this, and then 3 years later, you get your ULTIMA coins in return, and you would have received the energy also for yourself. Now, for those who still have legacy splits and maybe bull splits, even though for now you can no longer swap legacy splits, what do? You simply click on transform. On this section, this is bull split. When you click on this section, you see if you have DBSP, if you have GLS also, you have PSP. Now, let's say you want to freeze, or rather you want to swap your bull split from the smart chain to the ULTIMA chain. You simply have to select it. You select bull splits. Then you see that you can swap the bull splits which are on the smart chain to the ones on the ULTIMA chain which you need now. Then you click here on transform. Once you click on transform, you have to copy this wallet address. You take it to your smart wallet where you have the bull splits on the smart chain. You pay them to this wallet address. Once you do the payment, then the system is going to automatically swap the bull splits from the smart chain to the ULTIMA chain, which is what you need. Then all you need to do is just click on payout here. Once you click on payout, you come now to this section. You go right down here. You will find the bull splits standing here. You see that with this blue background, which means these are the ones that are needed for the ULTIMA chain. Then all you need to do is you select this one and then you click on next here. This next will permit you now to transfer the bull splits to your ULTIMA section of the wallet. So you go to that ULTIMA section, copy the address from there, specify it here, and the coins will, or the bull splits tokens will be transferred to it automatically. Then from there, you have to freeze the bull splits in that particular pool for it to start producing for you every day ULTIMA coins. It's as simple as that. So this is what we need to bear in mind. So please, with all of these things that I've shown you, you need to take action now. Take action now. Make sure that you get as many robots as possible by just freezing ULTIMA tokens so that 3 years later, you can get your ULTIMA tokens in return, and the ULTIMA robots will help you to trade what? To trade TPTU, which will give you huge returns. Then from the 11th of next month, U-Chain is coming. Prepare yourself, because everybody can be able to purchase a robot on it with as small as 33 euros. You will get a license, and then you load your exchange, it starts trading for you. It will give you up to 300% return. So prepare yourselves against the 11th of next month. From the 1st to the 11th of next month, it will not be possible for anybody to get any of